this is for all the listeners and all the watchers that would say, I just interviewed rap niggas.
Yeah.
Not tonight, though. Let me drop a bomb to that. Let me go. Yeah, boy. Hold up. Let me drop another one. Yeah.
This is a Feed the Culture Mix Show exclusive.
Y'all know what it is. It's your boy R.O. Big FTC, Big Apex shit. Live from the co-op. Yeah, so let me break this shit down to y'all out there. Shooting the shit. Y'all done seen rapper. I done seen the females watch it. And I know y'all probably asking, when we gonna get somebody that's a singer? You heard what I said. Not a singer, a singer.
Put that soul in it.
Yeah. What my man Eddie Kane said? Ain't nobody got nothing on Eddie Kane. Try to take my spot, Flash. But check this out, right? The gentleman I got in front of me. Let me tell you the story. I get a call from my multi-platinum engineer buddy, JL Making Movies. Oh, y'all just know him as JL. Shout out to bro. And he hit up Brother Bags. Shout out to Brother Bags. And he told us to pull up to the stew. We walk in the stew. It's a whole open mic. Acts crazy, different type of acts. And then we in the actual studio, inside the building. And we got this gentleman right here. I said, what's up, brother? How are you? He said, yo, my name's Eddie Lee. I said, my name R.O. And he's like, well, okay. Everybody talking their music shit in the joint. Brother Eddie like, hey, yo, let me play some stuff for y'all real quick. He come out this joint. And I said, hold up, bro. You remind me of The Weeknd. But more like the little brother, The Weekday. No shade, because it's that real.
Yeah.
And then over time, I just kept hearing more and more soulful shit. Like, the lane is just crazy for bro right now. Yeah. Tonight, on Shooting the Shit, we got the one, only, Eddie Lee. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie Lee in the building. Eddie Lee is in the building. Mr. Two Sides was popping. How y'all feeling?
You know what it is, brother. How are you, man? Big man, listen. Yeah. It ain't about nothing if it ain't about something, man. Hey. What's going on, man? How are you today, man?
Life has been good these past couple weeks. Real good. Music has been good, so chilling.
I know that's right.
Chilling.
I know that. Let me ask you this though, bro. Like, man, you've played a lot of behind the scenes. Like, I've been knowing you since probably the top of this year. And I've seen you, like, shout out to Brother Bags. Brother Bags have always brought me around, you, JL, and the whole camp and everything. Shout out Twizzy, shout out, Bowser, shout out everybody that's doing,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And, bro, like, you's a working motherfucker. Like, you's a working motherfucker. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So, let me ask you this, man. Like, who is Eddie Lee? And where are you from, brother?
Well, first and foremost, I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia.
Oh, you from the bridge.
I'm from Woodbridge,
Hold on. He from the bridge, y'all.
Yeah, 703. That's my area code. That's where I stay at. I still stay in the bridge right now, so
yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Uh-huh.
Eddie Lee is a songwriter that heard a bunch of no's trying to get my stuff out. Said, fuck it. I'm going to just show people what I can do. I'm going to get these songs popping myself, and then everybody going to come back around and be like, damn, bro, you knew you had it. And I always knew I had it. I always knew I had something special. So I just decided to step out in my own lane and push music at the forefront.
Now, we got time tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
My thing is, like, when you say you finding your own lane, like before we get into that, what got you into the music thing?
Well, I was always around music. So when I was younger, my dad was a DJ.
Oh, word.
So he used to do a lot of like the Caribbean festivals, Atlanta, Boston, DC, just all up and down the East Coast. And I used to go with him. So I was always hearing music, around music, seeing the party lifestyle, so on and so forth. And I tried to do the whole DJ thing. It ain't really work out.
Yeah, it wasn't for you. Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
See, the thing with the DJ thing is that, like I said in my last episode with NLB Honcho, right? And I said it on my joint with Bigger Man Bags. Like my father was a DJ, right? And nah, bro, like I'm not like trying to catch the turntables and all of that. But it's set up like. You as a musician, you find your lane. Like certain things is for you, certain things is not. But you said the Caribbean Fest, because I remember I saw you at the joint this past year, and that joint was fire. That joint was fire. But go ahead. So your father was a DJ, up and down, doing the thing. Tried your hand at DJ. What was the problem with the DJing thing?
It's a lot less control than you think, and it's more about timing. And for me, I like to more cultivate in the records, so that a DJ can hear it and know exactly where to place it, than necessarily trying to figure out the timing of where to place it and all that type of stuff. So that's how I got into songwriting. There's a lot more control there, a lot more operation from start to finish of like really saying like, okay, somebody might only like this 30 seconds of a song, but that 30 seconds will keep them coming back to the whole song.
Right.
So I got into songwriting once I put down the turntables. And from there, it was like just trying to push this sound to other artists, trying to hearing what they got and be like, okay, I think I can take you to the next level. I think I can make your sound more dynamic to where you don't necessarily sound like nobody else. Because what DJing did was make me hear everybody else's influence from the get-go. I can hear everybody else's influence. I know where even if they don't know, I know where it's coming from.
Right.
So then what DJ also shows you is how to flip that and how to bring that from old school to new school. So then I took that to songwriting and saying, okay, boom, this person might, like you said, I was sounding like The Weeknd, which I can definitely take, but there's be people where it's like, okay, bro, you've never let go of your influences.
Right.
And because you've never let go, it's like, okay, if you sound like Anderson .Paak, I'm just going to listen to Anderson because he already got it figured out, and that's his own lane versus you trying to kind of carve out a little bit of his lane. So I hope y'all listen to what he was just saying. Yeah. Because basically what you're basically saying is like it's kind of hard. It's songwriting, and it doesn't stop just as rapping and whatever genre of music you in, because everybody has influences. But like finding your own lane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is that and I'm not talking about rap. We tonight we talking brothers that be singing. My sisters that be singing. Yeah. How hard is it being in this R&B lane, this soulful lane, for you to find your own lane? I think you have to decide how true to yourself you're about to be. Okay. So, like for me, I'm very good at separating the art from the artist, which is why I don't make music under my own name. Because sometimes with the creativity of it, you got to step into pockets that you may not have lived or truly experienced all the way, but you still got to bring it to life. Right. So I feel like for a lot of people, they can't separate the art from the artistry. So they want it to be the truest thing. But what happens when you don't really have that much of a story or you don't really have that much going on? You got to figure out how to convey those emotions through the words. And it's like, that's how you carve your lane, because you could literally be singing about anything. But if you can't make somebody feel it, it's no point. So I think...
let me drop that button. My man said if you can't make somebody feel it, then what is the point? Yeah. Now, let me ask you this, bro. Because I think... with the whole industry, right? And you know, like we're talking about finding your lane, inspirations, who you gonna sound like, So with this being the next I'm about to ask you, who inspired you to make music though? I understand you said your pops with the DJing thing, but like, who inspired you to say, "Yo, I'm writing this. I'm going to the lab. I'm perfecting it. I'm in the gym with it." So, who was that person?
I say, from a songwriting perspective, it's definitely started with Quincy Jones, Smokey Robinson, The Temptations. Like, that's where.
Hold up. I gotta let the. Now, what you just said, Quincy, Temptations, et cetera. These are like, if we have a tier, this is like a God tier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
When it comes to that singing shit, you know what I'm saying? So, damn, bro, like now it all makes sense now. The way you go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they inspired you. Like, so, in what way?
Well, Quincy's story inspired me, like, perseverance to the utmost, like, from upbringing being kind of crazy to finding his way in the music lane, wanting to be a composer, then getting into the music industry, and then trying to be a producer, and it's like doubt was just there. And he still was like, fuck it. I'm going to get it going, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, also from a standpoint of longevity, his story is like, bro, you're in your late 40s, and that's when you get your big break to be recognized as
How old is this
the
nigga
producer.
now?
I think Quincy's like in his 90s.
Shit,
or if not late 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, so.
And he got his big break at 40.
Yeah. From a musical production standpoint, He was composing all of his early life, but just that perseverance of like, I don't care what people say. I'm going to keep going. Then you look at like the Temptations. I mean, we've got like a million of them now. Yeah. But like the original 5 of just putting the band together.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
You know what I'm saying? Putting the band together, the pitfalls, people dying, all that type of stuff. But like, they had songwriters. They had people who came in and it's like, bro, make this work. Make this song work because you're a great singer and we want you to be the best at what you're doing, so on and so forth. So just understanding their story and how they cultivated music, and then going back to Motown and how they cultivated music and just made artists from the ground up, like that was like the biggest inspiration, understanding the past of it.
Right.
Then you bring it to the new school and you kind of have the people who blended it, you know what I'm saying? The Lil Waynes who blended genres, the Drakes who blended genres, like the Fergies and Missy Elliott's and Timberlands, who, even Nelly, like just blending all these genres together and building on top of that. It's like, all right, so now from a songwriting perspective, you can take elements from 4 or 5 different lanes and make it all sound like an R&B or a hip hop or trap or country or whatever. Or you could just, you could take all the elements from one and call it the other thing if you really want to.
Yeah.
So, like, though, just more of the perseverance and just understanding, like, it's going to be a whole lot of no's, but when you finally get your yes, like, you got to run with it. And I got my yes through artistry, which then led me back to songwriting. So, you know.
Now, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like I know the prep for songwriting. Now, like I said, it's a difference when I'm writing 16 bars.
Yeah.
Versus you gotta write the bridge, the hook, the ballad, the falsetto, all the shit that we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because you see people that get up in here, do these rap records, put the little auto tune, and I know you probably listen like, man, he ain't hit that pocket right.
Yeah.
Like he hold up. Retune speed need to be put down.
Look, the pocket of a record. That's what I want all artists to
hold on. The floor is yours, sir. Tell them.
The pocket of a record sells music. And if you aren't hitting the pocket of a record, you're not going to do anything. I don't care what genre you're in. I don't care what your style is. If you can't find the pocket of whatever beat, instrumental, guitar riff that you're on, you're done. And I think a lot of things right now have gone to the space of nobody necessarily cares what you're saying, too tough, but you better say it the right way on this beat or it's not gonna work.
Well, I think when we talk about the pocket, right?
Yeah.
Cause I know from a rap standpoint, like I could listen to a beat about like if I listen to a beat, if I'm a record, right? 9 out of 10 before I'm getting ready to record, before it's loaded up into the DAW, whatever, if it's Pro Tools, Fruity Loops, whatever your preference is, right? Before we get to that, right?
Yeah.
I've already listened to this beat like at least 20 times. Yeah. Right? And I got it in my head. And I'm trying, and before we get to that, I know the instrument to rhyme on. Or know the part that I gotta stay afloat on. Same thing as with y'all, with the R&B thing, you have to find these certain things. But it's more, I think with y'all, it's more perfected. See, a nigga like me, an artist like me, right? I could go ahead, punch, boom, you could clean that shit up, you know, clip game, whatever. But with y'all know how y'all want y'all shit to sound. Yeah. Cause I need this, I need that. No, I need this to come up a couple dB. I need this to come down. I need you to pan this left, right, keep this in the middle. Am I right, Mr. Eddie Lee?
I mean, I credit that more so to the engineers in the room.
But
yeah, for sure.
So you see what I'm saying?
The initial idea of it, for sure, in terms of understanding, like, okay, this part of it is only going to sound good right here. This riff is only going to sound good if it right here. So understanding those elements, but like, doing it, I'ma always shout out my engineer. Shout out JL, because I ain't doing that shit. You know, I mean, but yeah, like, but I think that the thing also with it is like when you're diving into beats and when you're selecting these beats, you have to understand how to make the most uncompatible things compatible. What I've appreciated about rap is that you're really doing more flows. What I like with more of like singing is like you are really dancing with this beat, and it has to mesh.
It has to be a certain a certain movement with it.
Yeah, and you have to be able to play off of what's happening because if you don't, it's not gonna come out right. And then also you're not gonna be that into the song for if you can't figure out, okay, how do I move with this beat? Yeah, so it's more of a motion with the singing. It's more of like you can create the flow with the rap.
Now let me answer this though. Okay, because we talk about pocket. Y'all better be listening to what we talking about, because we telling y'all some good shit right now.
Sure.
How would you describe the music that you typically create?
On some cocky shit, my music.
Hold on. Hey, we shooting the shit, so I want you to talk your shit.
On some cocky shit, my music either hits you or hits you harder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, let me drop a bomb on that.
That's how I be feeling. I mean, I'm going more so for the fact of like when you walk away from my music, you felt something at all points. Even if you hated it, it's like, all right, you felt something, and it's not necessarily polarizing all the time from the lyrical standpoint, but it's more so like relatable at all times. Like, okay, boom, this song is gonna make you feel like I want to go to the club.
Right.
This song is gonna make me feel like I just broke up with my girl. This song is gonna make me feel like I just got back with my girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like really capturing the emotion of whatever that specific feeling is and conveying it to where you as the audience are feeling that, not just me as the artist saying it.
Well, I think that night that you played the records, when we was at I think the joint with the studio off of out in Burke.
Yeah.
I know you had a record. It was the joint. It was you and Bags. Well, Bags needed to do the verse for the record.
You talking about Anthem?
No, not Anthem. Anthem was cool.
Yeah.
I remember Anthem. There's another one. Something with the bad guy. Something shit.
Oh,
that shit.
Outlaws.
Yeah. And I'm listening to it. I said, this motherfucker found the pocket.
Yeah.
He found that motherfucker. I said, and in its state, and the way the beat was, the way you did your layers and everything. I said, he found that pocket.
Yeah.
Magnifique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I listened to a couple other records after the fact just to get more like, I was like, yo, because niggas looking at me crazy. I was like, yo, I was at a cookout. And I was like, we was out, it was me, Bags, and somebody else. And we was at my man Bolo crib. And we was talking about something. And I was like, man, look, the hottest singing nigga out right now is fucking Eddie Lee. This is probably like within like two months of me knowing you. I don't be dick eating. Yeah. Bag's like, yo, yeah, Eddie be smoking shit. Yeah. Like he be smoking it. And I'm like, yo, that nigga, like, cause it's certain niggas like, you know, cause I could hear like what you give is that we done had brothers that sang out here. Yeah. I don't know if it was due to the lack of resources. I don't know if it was due to people playing with, like, you know, because I know it's a different type of game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's different than rhyming. You know what I'm saying? You still rhyming, but it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be trying to, like, you know what I mean? And I think it takes a little bit more, I think as a singer, you got to be a little bit more polished. You got to look more the part. You got to, you got to be the whole shabiddle.
Yeah, the package.
The package, right? Yeah. So when I listen to your shit, it's like, by all means, like I'm not taking the shot because I seen everybody going crazy over this nigga's concert the other night. You know what I'm saying? Rod Wave and shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Rod Wave.
You know what I'm saying? I like Rod Wave joint.
I was ahead of him on the charts.
Huh?
I was ahead of him on the charts.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna talk. We gonna talk about that too. But but like when I listen to Rod Wave, it's like I get it. Yeah. But I feel like he's only gonna give me this, where Eddie Lee gives me this, that, the third, and then some. Yeah. Shout out my niggas Gio and Bobby Soul when I just shouted out just this, that, and the third and all that shit. But I want to know this though. Since we on your cocky shit, either you like it or you gonna like it harder.
For sure.
What's your creative process like?
It's changed like 4 or 5 times. So like
I get you got the time. Yeah. All right, so
how did it start? When I was first developing, I didn't have the space to record. So I literally used to write the song and practice the song every day until I got to record. So then when I got to the studio, I'm only recording this song because I remember it exactly how I did it because I didn't have the resources to constantly record on my own time. When I got my own setup, I went from writing to hook, walk away from the song, we'll come back to the verses later. Then after I
Hold on. Let me rewind that back. Say it again.
When I got my own stuff, I went from writing the whole song to get this hook out, be in love with the hook, put the song away. I'll come back to the verses later.
Now let me ask you this question because with this creative process, we about to dig real deep in this shit, right? How do you? And I'm gonna ask you a couple sub questions with this as well. How does it feel? Because I know we are in the era of DIY. A lot of people don't have the resources. A lot of people, you know, might not have the funds, but they might have enough funds to buy a setup. Yeah. Regardless if it's an iMac, a PC, a laptop, a Focusrite, a little audio technical microphone, all of that other stuff. Yeah. So how is it when you? How does it feel when you have your own setup and then you get to it? Because you know you could take that as long as the recording is clean. Yeah. You could take that to bro.
Yeah, well, nowadays I can't even do that. But
oh yeah.
I say having my own setup just allows me to refine an idea. So by the time I take it to the studio, there's no question on what I'm doing. This is the record we're cutting. Because when I'm sending out these tester records, meaning I've got it to where I need it to be, if people are falling in love with the tester, I don't need to touch this record no more. So having my own space allows me to be as creative as possible, as out there as possible before I get to the studio. Because when I step in the studio, they don't want me go all over the place. They want me refined to, hey, this is the point of this joint because we on the clock, we on the dollar, you know what I'm saying? So
So basically, Eddie,
Yeah.
you saying that the house,
Yeah.
the home joint,
Yeah.
that's the gym,
Yes.
that's practice,
Yes.
and the studio, that's NBA Finals Game 6.
Yep. And you better perform.
Let me drop that bomb.
And you better perform.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit, Eddie. Talk that shit.
Better perform. You have no choice. You better perform.
Now,
Yeah.
now the next question is, now we still in the creative process now.
For sure.
Because this is like a taboo. So you said that you would cook it up,
Yeah.
have a song laid. You have it laid out here,
Yeah.
but you're only touching the hook. You just laying the hook out.
Yeah, the hook first.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about that? How do you feel that that's because it was always told that, and I'm just using what they say with the hip hop thing. So if I'm messing up, correct me on this one, right?
Sure.
So they always say that, let's say we in a session and last track, whatever. Let's say I record the hook in the first verse, but then I come back the following day or 3 days later, 4 days later, and lay down the second verse to that joint.
Yeah.
And then usually the cadence is off, like the cadence or the tone. That's what say that the tone is off. Do you feel that it's better for artists, and I want artists to know that what he's telling you is a cheat code, and I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to let him explain it too. If you, and this is really for my artists that freestyles a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the format that the formats be changing all over. It don't matter if it's a 12. Like, I done seen, we done seen Lil Uzi Vert make the whole world go wild off of a song that's probably like a minute and 40 seconds.
For sure.
But we done heard people go crazy on a record that's like 240, 320, shit like that. But we ain't, but what I'm looking at is that when y'all going in here and y'all freestyling y'all shit, regardless if it's, because I've seen people, matter of fact, I've seen Tory Lanez do it. Free Tory, by the way. I've seen Tory Lanez do it, and I look at it like, long as you got that hook, you have a general space of knowing where to go with it, if that's what your thing is.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking you is, you lay the hook down.
Yeah.
When you go in there, you cut it up, you lay the hook down. What does that do for you?
It allows me to tell the story. So it's like, whatever my hook is, I know that that's the part of the story that the audience is gonna really relate to the most, and the audience is gonna sing back. They might not get to the verses, they might not get to the meat and potatoes of what I'm saying. So the climax of the story is why I'm working on that first. I know where this story is going to be at its peak right here every single time. So then I can decide how much buildup I want. I can decide how much drama I want in the story, or I can keep it all very simple with the verses. So it's about that. It's about understanding, if I like the climax of the story, I can take a break and go add verses somewhere, or just take a break from music altogether, because I've now completed the story that I want to tell. It's literally, the hook is the beginning, middle, and end. People forget that. It's the beginning, middle, and end. So you're starting with the hook, your story has to lead into that. You got to the middle of the song, your bridge has to lead back into, tie it right back in. And then when you get into the end of the song, that second verse got to tie up that story so that we can go back into the hook. But what I've realized with a lot of people is, like, whether they rapping, singing, whatever, they're not trying to tell a story. Even if it's a fragmented story, I'm not saying you got to be the best storyteller, but they're not trying to tell a story. So then they don't know how to draw you back in, because they just rapping, or they just singing, or they just putting words down. It's like, nah, bro, you got to tie it all together. The hook ties it all together. And if you can't tie the song together, why are you trying to sell me music? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to have me constantly come back to your music? Because the hook is what's going to keep people coming back.
They always say that, like, the first 30 seconds of a song is what catches you. That's why with a lot of songs, it usually be either the hook first or the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, or the first couple you know what I'm saying, first couple lines. You know what I'm saying? Now, after you do your hook, you said, you know what I'm saying, it's the and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what, like now, that's you at the home. Yeah. Tell us what it's like once you already did the home, the practice, the weightlifting, all of that. Yeah. And you got to take that to the big boy studio. So how's your creative process in that environment?
Refine. So like, you're taking all these grand ideas that I was really able to explore, because I might leave all the ideas there or have a couple versions of it to show like, okay, bro, I was kind of thinking this, but I was also thinking this. Yeah. Now, when I'm taking it to the studio and I'm around other creative minds who are not afraid to tell me we are cutting that shit, you now, like I said, you have to perform, because when you're re-recording, which is something I hate to do, when you're re-recording, not only do you have to find what works in the song again, but you also have to find the feeling again, which is why I take that time away from the song, because it forces me to find the feeling again, to find what even sparked this idea, and then put more words to it. Because, it, like you said, you're in the gym, so it's like, okay, I'm getting my reps in, but sometimes you might be great at the bench press. Is your curls good? So what I look at that walking away and coming back is like, all right, now I got to do curls. I hate curls, but I'm going to do them, because when I get to the studio, you got to go through the full. It's no, oh, we can't skip curls. Right. No, I only bench press. No, nigga, we need you to bench press. We need you to curl. We need you to deadlift. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if we don't like it, we're going to scrap it and have you do this shit all over again.
Now, let me ask you this, though, because we still on the creative process.
For sure.
Because I seen, it was like, because we about to dig into this latest project of yours in a minute, right?
For sure.
I saw the build up for it. And I was in some of the most immaculate studios I've seen.
For sure.
And I'm pretty sure, did you cut any? I'm pretty sure that like I think you already had the whole project cut out.
For sure.
All right. So my question is to you: what advice would you give to any artist that, because I feel like what you just said was a lot, but some people might take it as a little. And I'm explaining to you why. What you just said was everything that, like, how the creative process needs to go, especially when you playing with the money. Yeah. Because, and I want everybody to understand this studio shit ain't fucking cheap. Even the bot, like, let's keep it a band, all right? So, Eddie, your setup might be, let me see. I'm going to say high, mid, or low. So I'm going to say high, mid, or low. Your microphone is high, mid, or low? Mid. All right, mid. All right, so a mid mic, cool. That'll get you there, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I'm pretty sure your laptop is a high. Yeah. So the first thing with the home setup, if you run off a laptop, you need a fast-ass laptop.
For sure.
Preferably a Mac.
For sure.
I need to check, please. Apple, I need to check.
Shout out Apple.
Shout out Apple. I need to check, yo. I need to check.
Shout out Apple.
Now, your interface, high, mid, or low?
I said the interface is probably mid, too.
What will be your interface?
What's it? The Apollo?
Nah, that ain't mid, bro. Yeah. That ain't mid. Like, hold up, the UAD joint?
Yeah.
Man, let me drop a bomb on that one, man. Hold up. Hold up. Now, hold on. Let me bring this down a little bit. So, all right, so me personally, because I engineer too, I take tips from JL and all the other wonderful engineers in the North Virginia area, because I'm trying to be like that, right?
Yeah.
When you got a UAD Apollo, nigga, that shit cranking out a different type of sound versus a Focusrite. A UAD Apollo is about $1,100. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. You know what I'm saying? If you got to use, if you got a friend that got some hot hands, you might get it a little bit better. But basically, to have a home setup, my brother over here probably spent about 2 bands, if that. Okay? Now, that's 2 bands you spent.
Yeah.
Now, that gives him the freedom to create at will. On his, now, the thing about it is taking that and working with it. Like you said, the bench press, the curls, the Smith machines, the dumbbells, the lunges, the burpees, all of this shit, right? Just to get to that big studio where they have the $10,000 Sony CG900 or whatever fuck that the damn mic everybody use, or the
C800,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, or these fucking fancy ass compressors and all of them shit,
for sure,
just to make that shit sound so.
For sure.
So what I'm saying to y'all is that like the key thing that he's basically telling you, he's preparing.
Yeah.
The key thing for the artist is when you get into that booth, you need to come prepared.
You do.
Like I said a while ago, even like singing is different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna keep it out there. If a person say, "Yo, I sing," can you? No, I can't do that. I don't even deal with that shit because it's a lot that I gotta do. But I'm trying to get keen to it to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But I was always saying that if you come prepared, like you said, you got it easy. I think you got it easy because you're tuning it at home, in your own setup. And what that's doing is that when you like, because you said something that was key, back from your first, how you used to do it, like you would write, perfect it before you get to record it.
Yeah.
So when you record it, you already know the beat where I need to be at, boom, boom, boom. So if it was a 2-hour session, that 2-hour session will give you everything that you need just for that one record. Yeah. Versus when it was rap, if niggas doing rap, like I feel like 2 hours, if you really on your shit, you should be able to crank out 4 records, not 40 records. We cranking 40 records. That shit crazy.
Look, I was cranking out. We was doing 2-hour sessions. Shout out to Tweezy. I was doing about 3-4 records a 2-hour session.
Hold up.
That's facts. Tweezy will get the receipts.
Shout out Tweezy.
Shout out Tweezy.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like you have to be constantly sharpening yourself because, and the problem is a lot of times it's easy now for me to tell, all right, who's sharp and who ain't really been working. And the hard part is it's like a lot of people feel like they can turn it on and turn it off. Mm-hmm. And maybe the greats nowadays, they can because they've done it so much. Mm-hmm. But it's like the key in that is they've done it so much that like it's just second nature. I'm still getting to that point where it's like, bruh. And sometimes I can turn it on and off, and I'm still like, fuck that. Mm-hmm. We still got to get these reps in. Like, before I came here, literally, I was fine-tuning a record and all that type of stuff just to stay sharp because, like, now it's more so, hey, promo, push the album and everything else like that. But it's like, hey, bro, the album's out. I can get back to work.
Yeah.
I can get back to work, you know? So
yeah,
that's really the vibe for me. Like, it's constant because the beauty for me is songwriting was always first. So I'm never in the standpoint of just thinking about Eddie Lee when I'm in that booth. Sometimes I might say, okay, boom, I know 3 or 4 singers and they ain't put out no music in a couple months. Maybe they need to hear a record that's going to inspire them. What if I can give them that record? I might hear some rappers where I'm like, hey, bro, your last record was dope, but I still hear influences. Now I can send off a hook and a verse, and people aren't like,
yeah. So, I get you, alley-oop, man.
Yeah.
That man giving going.
Yeah, like
Chris Paul with the, you know what I mean, with the vocals.
Yeah, and just let me make sure my points is right.
Now tell him. Now speaking of points, of all of this stuff, man, you just dropped a project.
For sure.
What's the name of that joint?
Noir. We
ain't talking about that fragrance out of Bath Body Works, all right?
Nah, we ain't talking about that.
Hey,
we ain't talking about that.
Now let's go through it now. About time y'all probably listening to this. The joint dropped on Halloween.
For sure.
8K streams in the first week. It was number 6 in the country on Apple, right?
Yep. On iTunes.
And number 9 in the hip hop genre. Hold up, man. Let me drop that.
No. It was number 6 in the hip hop genre.
Oh, number 6
in the hip hop genre. It was number 42 in the world.
Oh,
for all genres.
Shit.
We was in the top 100 for the world, and we was in the top 10 for our genre alone.
Now that's a big accomplishment.
It feels pretty big, yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's a big accomplishment, big, especially coming from where we come from.
Yeah. And
what was your mindset when you went into this mode of making this project?
Dark.
That's why the name is Noir. Yeah.
I mean, Noir was a staple point of where I was, you know, like from the standpoint of personal, professional, relationships, all that. It was like there was nothing positive from my perspective. I was very hopeless about everything. And the only thing that kept me going was music for, I say, about 2 years, where it was just like, all right, the only thing I was really, really consistent with was music, because work felt stagnant, relationships felt stagnant. Personally, I felt kind of stagnant. And it's not that good things weren't happening around me. It's just like I ain't really see it. I ain't really feel it like that. So it was like that was my real time where it was like every day I'm in the stew. Every day we're cooking up. Every day I'm sending records. Every day I have something. And shout out to Take. Shout out to Take made that.
Shout out to Take.
That was the first time I ran into somebody where their work ethic was just like mine. Every night he's cooking up beats, so every morning he can send it, so I can send back records, so he can send me back more beats. And it was like that for 6-7 months.
Damn, man.
6-7 months.
Because I know for a fact, like the rollout for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, all right, this shit coming.
Yeah.
All right, I'm like, okay. And then when it drops, I'm like, listening to it, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm in the work truck. I'm listening to this shit like, let me see, you dropped that. That shit came out at 12 midnight.
Yeah.
I might have been at work about 6:30. I might got in the work truck about 7:15. I might have got me my breakfast. And then pop Noir on.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, front to back.
Yeah.
You have you one.
Yeah.
You definitely have you a tape.
Yeah.
I think that it's one of those tapes where like, and I told you this before we went on air. Like I'm not a big R&B person.
Yeah.
But it's not because I'm, you know what I'm saying, we cool. Like I'm just trying. You get older, you don't want to hear the same shit. But I'm digging in your shit. I'm digging into it. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. And after listening to Noir, I'm like, going back on listening to all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think with this project, the only thing I could say about it is like I think you knew what you was doing with it while giving us 6 records? Yeah. 6 records? Yeah. Is it gonna be a deluxe?
It's not.
Fuck, man.
And you know it's funny? Because it's like, all right, so the tape was originally supposed to be about 12, 13 records. Okay. And we just, like I said, we just kept refining. We was like, all right. And before y'all got it, I want to say a week before y'all got it, it was 8 records. A week before y'all got it, it was 8.
I mean, you can give us the deluxe with the other 2. The fuck that shit. I mean, because like here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, we are in this joint where like me, I'm in this space where life, like I'm in a relationship. I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, if I'm by myself, I listen to the Benny, all that other shit. You know, my girl listens to the same shit. But I know, like, if it's date night and I want something to, you know, throw on, like, I don't have to go to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because I said it before, like, I throw on Drake or whatever. But I'm like, I don't have to go to Drake because I could throw on this Eddie Lee. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And it cranks hard. Like, sure. you know what I'm saying? You just put it in and just play it. Just, you know what I mean? Because I know in the summertime, fresh wax, you know, wheels shining, top down, whatever the fuck we on, like, you know, windows down, you know what I'm saying, you know, and we just let that shit just get out the window. You know what I'm saying? Let it just bang out the window. Now, with that being said, and then, like I said, man, please give us those 2 extra tracks. Please give us 2.
They coming.
You know what I'm saying?
They coming. Y'all gonna get them. Just in a different way.
So my thing is this: how did you and JL making movies? Yeah. Link up. How did y'all link up?
So me and Jay met because I was doing what I was supposed to do. I was working on my tape. I don't know how to have fun.
That's a fire title, by the way.
Appreciate you. Me and Tweezy was in the stool, and we was working on the 5th record on that, Still. And he heard the hook in my first verse. And he walked in. He said, "Who the hell is that?" I said, "Me." And Tweezy was kind of, you know, messing with everything. Tweezy, get up out the way, bro. You don't know what to do with this. And he sat down, and he mixed the record right then and there. Like, I finished it. He mixed it right then and there. He dapped me up. He said, "It's a dope record, bro." And I didn't hear from him again for like 3 months.
Typical shit.
Right? I didn't hear from him again for 3 months. And then shout out Esquire.
Yeah, shout out Esquire. Yeah.
Tweezy had a writing session for an artist, and they invited me because I've been begging them. I'm like, bro, I know y'all hear me on the music shit, but like I write. So we cut the record. The artist was Newland, by the way, so shout out Newland. We cut about 3 records I wrote for him, and he loved them. So then when Jay came back around, he heard I'd be on the writing tip. So he's like, all right, come to the crib. So then I was literally going to the crib, and this is before the he hit the platinum status.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the crib, and this is when kind of like Zoo just came home. So he kind of got the wave. We was working.
Shout out to Zoo.
Shout out Zoo. You know what I'm saying?
Slit.
So he came. I first met up with Bags and all of them. So I'm just like, yo, I'm doing what I do. I crank out hooks. But I'm also just trying to like prove myself. Like, all right, boom. They seem like they doing something.
Yeah.
I can get my writing shit off. And I'm in the basement every weekend cooking up. I'm talking about they doing cookouts, they all that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, come downstairs.
Yeah. Because the last little cookout you had, Brother JL had at the joint. Yeah, you did your thing with the chicken. That boy cooked a good chicken, boy. Yeah. But go ahead though.
So, but I was just so like, bro, I'm trying to get to the work. I ended up meeting Roxy. Shout out Roxy, and all that type of stuff, and then going there over and over and over again. He got to see my work ethic. That led to now we going to the studio. And even if he's not working on my records, I'm just staying there. Because like I said, music was it for me. I was like, bro, nothing else feel like progress. This feels like progress.
Right.
So I'd be sitting there and he's mixing and I'm just listening to kind of like when I would watch my pops DJ. Like that's kind of how I felt. Like, all right, now I'm hearing from the engineer side of things, how is he putting this stuff together? The same way I'd hear how my pops is putting these mixes together. Where is he? You know what I'm saying? It took my songwriting to another standpoint because it's like, all right, now I know, hey, this 30 seconds of the song can sell the song. And like the hook was, for a while, was like the only thing for me. But now I know, okay, boom, even beyond the hook, if you're already killing them with the hook, now you can just put that little ear candy. Shout out to Tweezy. Put that ear candy in it, and you good. And bro, we just locked in from there. Like I say, my work ethic, and the fact that my records either hit you or hit you harder. And then we had a vision for like, all right, where we gonna go, how I'm gonna develop, how I'm gonna grow into like an artist, a full artist, and then how we gonna cultivate the sound to where it's not the extremes. Because I would say my own critique was, my music was always great, but it was also very extreme. So it's like, damn, if you don't want to hear the extremes of this sound, it can be off-putting. So now I got to the point where I was like, all right, boom, we're going to refine it down. We're going to break it down. And here we are today, you know what I'm saying? 6 in the world. So
I mean, listen, man, like, let me go ahead and put this in there. I mean, you got to get a claps and all that, the cheers, because that's a feat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say this right, and I'm gonna say this on air, right? Regardless, like in this game, sometimes you gonna have people that believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
100%.
And listening, and I hope y'all was listening. Like it was probably like when you came up in the game, it was a lot of doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you linked up with the right people, the right like-minded people. See, it's a difference. You linking up with people, but you gotta. It means something more when you link up with the people that is like-minded, like
For sure.
And I'm gonna just say this: like when it come to JL, I understand he might not be everybody's cup of tea, but he might be somebody's tequila. You know what I'm saying? And
For sure.
And this is why I'm saying this, because you gotta understand, like when you in this type of genre, with music. And you have a sound, and you have a sound that everybody is demanding, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens, and, but I've watched that brother went from being the newest engineer out to one moment being the most requested engineer in the DMV to look at these platinum plaques. So I want to give a big shout out to my nigga JL.
Shout out JL, the engineer.
I need more engineering tips, man.
Shout out JL, the engineer.
You know what I'm saying? Now.
Yeah.
We're going to get to this part right here. Who your top 5 artists of all time?
Top 5 artists. Now we just talking music?
Music.
All right, cool. Big L, Lil Wayne, The Weeknd,
Okay.
Ed Sheeran.
Who?
Ed Sheeran.
Who's the Ed? Oh, Ed Sheeran. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and The Temptations.
All right. So we got Big L,
Big L for sure.
Lil Wayne,
Yup.
Ed Sheeran,
Ed Sheeran.
The Weeknd,
The Weeknd.
and Temptations.
Temptations. And Temptations, even though I said them last, they number 1 on that list.
I mean, look,
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I thought you was gonna say like Michael Jackson some shit for real. I thought you was gonna say Michael Jackson. I thought you was gonna say, but that's me putting you in a box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, the Big L joint, yeah, that kind of okay. I think I heard Big L before one of these episodes too. Yeah. But that's
Flamboyant Entertainment.
yeah.
R.I.P. the legend.
Oh, look at my man! Look at my man. Now, with that being said, also, what is your favorite album of all time? Don't matter the genre.
No Ceilings, Lil Wayne.
You giving me a mixtape?
Nah, it's an album now.
Oh, it's an album
Yeah,
now.
It's
Yeah,
out now.
Okay. No
you go
ceilings.
seen that joint?
Okay,
Yeah.
so why no ceilings?
That's the first time I heard somebody on somebody else's record, and now I don't want to listen to the original record. Like, to take it and just put your heart and soul into it to the point where, bruh, we ain't even listening.
We ain't even listening to original shit.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I can't listen to Swag Surfing the same. I can't listen to Ice Cream Paint Job the same. Can't listen to DOA the same. And those is records.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck all that. Where the Wayne version at.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I honestly think that that's one of the greatest bodies of work. But if we're going to go like more traditional album, damn, that's where it gets kind of tough. That's when it really gets tough. I'm going to say Ed Sheeran Multiply
Okay.
is definitely like when I constantly go back to.
Okay.
Like all the time.
Okay.
So
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Like, so not only he gave us a traditional album, he gave us some mixtape.
I came up in that mixtape era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out from the Coke Boys to Chinks to just all of that.
Yeah.
Like I came up in that.
So-
Ace Hood. Oh my God, bro, that era was just
Yeah. Like that 2013 shit was crazy.
bro. Jesus Christ.
2013, that was when like Cole was smacking shit too.
Yeah, bro. Everybody.
So with Noir.
Born Sinner got to go up there too.
Born Center was. I think when it comes to Cole shit,
yeah,
it don't matter whatever he do.
for sure.
I feel like his best album is always gonna be, it's not an album. It's gonna be fucking Friday Night Lights.
I feel that. A lot of people.
Yeah, like we waiting for that to hit streaming platforms real quick because that was that. You know what I'm saying? Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
We have Noir.
Yep.
You speak about you just told us the mindset you was in.
Yeah.
With that being said, explain the darkest moment in your life and how did you overcome it?
Darkest period of my life was probably from like 2019 to end of 2020. And it was like COVID wasn't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had 3 of my friends commit suicide.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
One a week before graduation.
Damn.
So like it's supposed to be a happy time. We're supposed to be going forward the rest of our life, and I'm losing people. Then COVID happened, so it's like, all right, now we locked down. So now I got to be in the house, and like just a lot of just my headspace and my head wasn't all right. And then not necessarily feeling like I had a lot of people I could lean on and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like now I feel like I have a plethora of that. You know what I'm saying? So. And then also just having to grow the fuck up. Like I really had to. I had to get up in mama house. I had to elevate. I had to get a better job. I had to take music seriously. Like there was no half in, half out no more. It kind of got to the point where it's like, bro, you doing all this running around. You leaving states. You in Cali. You doing this. You doing that. And you saying you doing this music shit. Are you in it or you out? You know. And I overcame it. I definitely had to do a lot of therapy just from all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
But then outside of that, like music reassessing my relationships with people, and then pushing for all my relationships in my life to get better, and then like having shit to live for and recognizing that I always had shit to live for, but I had to like appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So that was the hardest period. Sure.
Man, listen, that's a lot. That's a lot. Sure. But at the same time, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yeah.
The Most High don't give you nothing that you can't handle.
For sure.
And when he deems you the person of, this is you, my child, this is the burden that I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
This is going to build character. This is gonna get you out your space. Because people be thinking like a lot of these faults and like shit that happens, like, oh, I need it. No, that's time for you. This is your character arc. This is for you to get your build on, to get your headspace right, and all of the other shit. But man, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna say this right. Mm-hmm. There was a point in time that I had like my headspace was fucked. Yeah. But it took me. I had to lean on music. Yeah. I have really had to lean on music, and then when I leaned on it, I felt better. Yeah. Because it's like, you know, when you say you reassessing relationships, friendships, et cetera, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need that. Like, music was a release because I know I couldn't be judged. Yeah. But also, at the same token, I always told myself that if I got issues, I don't need to tell the friend that's going to tell my business. Yeah. I'm going to tell my business and you going to stream that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we both can say the same thing, but listen, they downloading this shit. They playing this. Sure. So, we getting to the end. Yeah. And all I got to ask is, like, yo, bro, we almost at the end of 2023.
For sure.
But we talking 2024 talk right now. Mm-hmm. What does the remainder of 2023 and 2024 have in store for Eddie Lee, and what can we look for?
Be on the lookout for these music videos. We probably gonna get y'all one before the year's out for sure. It might be a little Christmas present.
Okay,
for sure. Top of 2024, we gonna keep pushing the rollout for Noir. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna get these singles from the album that didn't make it, and once y'all hear them, y'all gonna realize why we pulled them. But y'all also gonna be happy that y'all got them. Mm-hmm. For sure. And then I'm working on a new album. I can give you the exclusive. It's called A Lovely Day in Hell. So, that's coming 2024.
Okay.
More visuals, more content. Oh, and I'm back on y'all asses. I'm killing these stages too. Like, I'm coming for everybody when it comes to this performance in 2024. Like, just be ready, because like, I'm tired of hearing people don't perform, and nah, I perform. I put on a hell of a show, so I'm on people's ass 2024 when it comes to stepping on stage and bringing the records to life, the music to life, so on and so forth. So 2024 is going to look very good, but we ain't done with 2023 just yet, so just be on the lookout for that too.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So it seems like you got a lot. You got a lot to offer. For sure. A lot to do. Let the folks know where they can find you at.
I bet. Right now I'm only on Instagram and TikTok, so you can find me on Instagram at who_is_Eddie_Lee. You can also follow my backup page at Mr. Two Sides 11, and then on TikTok it's Mr. Two Sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm also on Fanbase. Shout out Isaac Hayes. So if y'all want to find me over there, it's Mr. Two Sides as well. That's where y'all kind of get the more exclusive, where I just be bullshitting for real. So, but yeah, that's where you find me. You can also go to my website, EddieLeeMusic.com. Where else am I? Oh, you can stream all the music. Eddie Lee, go buy Noir, because we just hit them charts and we trying to get back on them charts. So go buy it. Then you can stream it as much as you want. Mm-hmm. Go listen to Moments. Go listen to Using Me. Go listen to the whole catalog. We got way more for you. And shout out Take Made That. Shout out Tweez. Shout out JL. Shout out Will. Shout out the whole team. And come check us out. We killing shit.
I know that's right, but y'all know what it is, man. Check this out, man. You know what it is, man. It's your boy R.O., man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe this video. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and IG at FeedTheCulturemixshow. Also on TikTok. This is for all the people that thought I just interviewed rappers, yo.
We out here.
We got one. We got the one. He set the for all my R&B cats. Yeah. He set the tone.
Yeah.
We welcome him. We welcome him here at the co-op. But yeah, man, check this out, man. It's your boy R-Row. Big FTC, big Apex shit. And I was just in here shooting the shit with my dog, Eddie Lee.
Eddie Lee, baby. Mr. Two Sides.
And make sure y'all go cop that Noir album off of all platforms. So with that being said, it's your boy. We was shooting the shit, and we out.
We out there.